Welcome everybody to the drivers' press conference ahead of the FIA Formula One Dutch Grand Prix. We have our usual two sessions coming your way. Group 1 now. Left of screen we have Bearman, in the middle Max Verstappen, and right of screen we have Gabriel Bortoleto. Very warm welcome to you all. I hope you've all had a great break since the last race. Max, can we start with you, please? Back to business, 10 races to go. What's your mindset coming into the second half of this 2025 season?
Just try to make the best of it. Every single race we can, try to see if there are opportunities and try to learn more about the car. Of course, next year will be very different with the car, but I'm still very curious also to, understand the current car a bit more and how or where we can find a bit more performance to make it a bit easier for ourselves.
Any specific goals in terms of the championship?
No, not really.
Okay, now look, you have an incredible record here at Zandvoort. You've had those 3 wins, the P2 last year. Tell us about the RB21's competitiveness this weekend. Do you think you'll be closer to the front than you were in Hungary last time out?
I would hope so. That was not a great weekend for us. So, I hope that we can be closer. I don't think this is going to be our best track in the remainder of the calendar. But then again, there might be some weather coming in as well. So that always creates a bit of chaos, So just need to see what happens.
I mean, Max, when you think of what tracks will suit the car, I remember last year it fluctuated a bit in the second half of the season, didn't it? Which tracks do you think will suit the car going forward?
I would say naturally the more higher speed corners in a layout, that should be a bit better for us. The low speed, medium speed is probably a little bit more difficult.
Okay. Well, Max, good luck this weekend. Thank you for that. Gabriel, let's come to you next. Just back from Brazil, how was the break for you?
Yeah, it was good after Budapest. I had some time off with family, some relaxed. You both. Stop. Sorry, I cannot. This press conference with these guys are impossible. And went to Brazil, did some karting, some driving. Just had some time off with my family, recharged, and now ready for the rest of the season.
3 points finishes in the last 4 races. If you look at the stats, it looks like you're on a bit of a roll now. Would you agree with that?
I mean, obviously, we have improved a lot since the beginning of the year. We brought some upgrades in the car that worked quite well. We know the midfield is super tight. Single half a tenth can put you out of Q3 or even less than this. Like Budapest was super close. So I think it depends a lot how your performance in qualifying is as well. And hopefully we can keep up like this. But I think it's 6 consecutive point finishes for Sauber. And honestly, it's great to be fighting for something like this now.
And for you, those first points in Formula One came in Austria, and it's been really good since then. Do you see that race as the turning point, or was it a long time coming?
I think we brought some, again, upgrades in the car that, improved and put us in a better position to fight for points. It was not from one moment to another. This doesn't happen suddenly in Formula One or anything you do. It's a process and you learn, you improve. And I feel like this has been coming for quite a bit. And I think Austria race was a moment that is a track that I really like. The car suited quite well for that track as well. And we had a very good run there. And I think you get the confidence up of the team, yourself, and we managed to score some good points there and in the next races as well.
Now, you haven't raced here at Zandvoort since Formula Regional, I think, a few years back. What are your expectations?
I don't know. It's difficult to say and what to predict. This weekend can be quite crazy with the weather, as Max said. And it's a track I really like. When I raced here once or twice, if not wrong. But I really enjoy racing here. The atmosphere, the crowd, for sure. In Formula One is going to be crazy with this guy here. So looking forward for this weekend.
All right. Good luck to you. And Ollie, let's come to you now. How was the break? Have you been out on the bike a lot?
Yeah, it was a nice break. It was fun, a lot of training to prepare for the second half of the season. It was also nice to spend time with my family and not think about racing for a few weeks. But quite quickly I was bored of not being at the racetrack, and I'm happy to be back here in Zandvoort.
I'm guessing you've been thinking about P11 quite a lot over the break because you had those 4 consecutive 11th place finishes prior to the retirement last time out in Hungary. Is that the car's performance at the moment, or do you think you can go better here?
No, I think we can do much more. I think since Silverstone we've had a really consistent run of results, consistently just outside of the points, which is a shame. On one side it's easy to get frustrated by these results, but at the same time, to have 4 races where we were like that and very close to the points is also quite promising. It shows that we can be there, but we just need a bit of fine-tuning to make that final step.
And how has progress been for you generally this season, and what are your hopes for the second half of the year?
Yeah, the first half has been very intense. 14 races. Last year in Formula 2, that was a full season, and now we've done that before August. So it's a big change compared to what I've been used to. But it's I think the break has come at a good time to help me reset, and I'm looking forward to the second half. There's been some really high moments, but too many mistakes.
Okay, Ollie, thank you for that. Let's now open this to the floor. We will start with the broadcasters. What have you got? Albert, yeah.
Question for Max. This week, Cadillac announced the drivers for next season, the lineup, Valtteri and Checo. Did you talk to Checo, and how do you think he will perform next year?
Yeah, I mean, I quickly, when I saw the news come out, I sent a message to him. So I'm of course very happy for him, that he got a seat. He's a great guy, and we always got along very well. So I'm happy to see him back on the grid. How he's going to perform, I think, will also depend on how good the car is going to be, right? So it's a bit difficult to say at the moment, but yeah, it's a new opportunity, and I'm sure he's very excited for it.
Thanks, Max. Next, yeah, Maria.
Hi, Gabriel. Mariana from TV Bandeirantes. This track has many challenges. Which part of the track, of the quality of the track itself, that intrigues you more, that makes you more curious? Or did you ask Max something about this track, the way to face it?
Yeah, I asked him a few things. Like I always do, to be honest. So it's not specific here, but I think what I'm more curious about is the banking with the Formula 1 car. Quite a big car, and the banking. It's a different feeling I have not experienced this year yet. So I'm looking forward to driving in T3. Last corners should be flat, so shouldn't be a big thing. But all this section of corners looks interesting, and. I did some laps in the sim, in the factory, and at home as well. So prepared myself and looking forward for the weekend here.
High line or low line through turn 3?
Well, I think everyone has been doing high line since the beginning. So unless, what do you think? Low line?
Low line is not possible because the apex basically is too flat. They should have banked that as well. Then it gives you an opportunity, but they didn't. Right? Yeah, just send it in.
4 cars on the tape.
Just don't hit me.
All right, thanks, guys. Next, please. Yeah.
Tom Slafer, on Spain. Question for Max. Max, there has been a lot of rumors this week regarding the possibility of having Alex Palou as your teammate next year. Regardless of the rumors themselves, there's been a lot of time since an IndyCar driver has come directly to Formula 1. Do you think Alex could be that driver?
It's always so difficult to say. I mean, I know Alex already from go-karting times, and I think what he is achieving, in IndyCar is incredible. I mean, it's so impressive to see, but it's impossible to know how people will do in F1, and it's the same question the other way around. How would you do in IndyCar? You have no idea. So for me, it's always... a bit of a waste of time, to try and debate that. I'm just happy to see him, do so well in IndyCar and the way he's been dominating.
Thank you.
Laurent Dupin from Canal+, question to Max. When Laurent Mekies joined the team, it was quite quickly, just before 2 races. Now he had a bit more time to settle down. Did you have time to talk to him before this weekend? His approach has changed, not more like just an observer, but getting more into his new job?
Yeah, I mean, of course, he joined quickly and then had 2 weeks, and then you had a break again. So it's not suddenly that a lot of things are changing. But I like the approach that he's having, and it seems like everyone is very positive about the mood in the team. Also, when I see people walk around and when we're talking, so we just need to keep that going. It's not like when you put someone in charge that in 2 weeks or 2 months that things can drastically change. It takes time.
Question to Max. Max, can you give us again some thoughts about the special atmosphere here? Does it give you an extra boost to see these crazy fans?
Yeah, it definitely brings a smile on my face, when I'm driving or even driving out of the pit box. So seeing that amount of orange always is very special. And for sure, it is quite a bit of it's not only about the driving; it's quite a bit of a party going on. Those 3 days. So it's sorry. Oh,
So I think it's more party for your fans.
yeah. Unfortunately, not for me. They always seem to have a great time, and I think that's also very important when you come to a Grand Prix.
Thank you. Yeah. David.
David Croft, Sky Sports F1. Question to you, Max. You come back for the last part of this season in pretty much unfamiliar territory from the last few years, and that realistically you're not going for a championship this year. How hard is it in terms of motivating yourself to go that extra mile to get yourself up for the last 10 races here?
It's not that hard, to be honest. It probably would be harder when you think that you're going to fight for a title and you haven't won anything yet. When you have won already a lot, then you already, when you're in that winning phase, you know that there will be a time that it won't happen. So unfortunately, that is a bit the case at the moment, but it doesn't make sense for me to be frustrated or be screaming about it because it's just a waste of energy, and that's not what I'm doing. I think we just need to look at the car and the operation and how we can move forward from that in the future and be better, and that's I think what we are doing currently.